We're going to show you what we have in our poultry first aid kit here on our homestead.
Ta-da!
So first off, I'm going to start with some preventative stuff that we do and we give as soon as we have babies delivered to our house. So the first thing is going to be apple cider vinegar. This is going to be a great probiotic and it's going to have lots of good stuff for the animal after they've made that 3 to 5 day trip to get to you in the mail. This is some probiotics that you can get from any of your local Tractor Supplies. That's great for them as well. We do try to do this. I seen a video and a lady recommended to get this to your chicks and I was like, we have tons of this in the house and we consume it, so why not give it to them instead of buying these little packs? Makes more sense. So we do that, and then we have electrolytes as well. As soon as you get your babies in the mail, you wanna make sure that you give them some electrolytes to perk them back up. That can come in these little things here, and I think they come in a 3-pack. You can also get some of these vitamins. And then over here is the nutritional advantage, and this is for all poultry. This is gonna have a lot of stuff in the back of it, and you give this to them once you know that they're kind of feeling icky and sick.
And most of the chicks that come in the mail, like Jocelyn said, they just come a little bit tired from the trip, so we just kind of revive them. So we give them the right dose that we need.
Yes.
So we want to make sure that all these little things that she's explaining, she's been learning on these YouTube videos, and that's something that we want to be a part of for you guys. At the end of the day, we're both going to be bouncing back and help each other out.
Yes. And then this right here is going to be for if you notice any crusty or discharge around your animal's eye.
Let's see if I have one.
I
don't have one. Okay. All right, we're good.
We had a duck that had that, and we sprayed this directly on their eyes, and we did that for about 3 days, and it completely cleared up. This is some more vitamins. It's all natural, and this is for respiratory. We haven't had to use this yet. And then it's great to have a syringe. And what I did, we had a duck that came and she wasn't looking so well, and she kept laying her head down, and I knew that that was a vitamin deficiency, and I wasn't sure which vitamin it was that she was lacking or needed. So what I did is I made a little concoction of water with some apple cider vinegar in it, some vitamins, and I did a drop of this in it as well, and mixed it up, put it in a syringe, and I fed it to her several times. I think I was doing it like every hour. I was giving her a little bit, and within 24 hours she perked back up and she was back to normal. So if you ever see one of your animals looking kind of down and drowsy, these vitamins will help perk them back up.
And that's important in the beginning of the stages of your duck. So literally keep an eye on them. We like to hold them, play with them, and then just kind of feel the energy. Because you can tell when they start feeling down, they stay away a little bit from the herd or the little crowd, and you're like, okay, we need to pay attention to them. That's one thing that you guys gotta keep in mind. Play with your pets, play with your ducks, please. You're their parent.
Pay attention.
Yes.
Then we also have alcohol, we have Neosporin, and we have a wrap. This is just extra preventative. If something is to happen to your animal and they are to get hurt, this will help clean the area and help it to heal quicker. Thankfully, we haven't had to use majority of these products, but they are great to have on hand. The next thing that we're going to talk about is the Diatomaceous Earth. This is food grade. This is great to have in your garden and to also use with your poultry. This is going to be great for any type of mites, lice, bugs that can infest your chickens. You can either dust them with the duster that's included in this bag, or you can put some of this into their sand, and when they give themselves a dust bath, this will help take care of those bugs that they have on them. We're hoping that we don't ever have to experience this, but it is a great thing to have on hand for your garden and for your poultry.
So one of the reasons why we're mentioning these extra precautions, just because if you're seeing our video, like and subscribe. Always make sure that you have backup. Plan B, plan C, just because if anything happens and it's out of control, hey, I saw Jocelyn's video, I saw Revival Homestead, I'm gonna make sure I have that extra backup. So it's just something we're being precautious, and we want you guys to know about it.
Yes, so the first aid kit that we have here is very small, it's very simple, but this is our first step of making sure we have things on hand. Our second thing that we would recommend is for you to find a veterinary clinic close to you that treats the animals that you have on your homestead. So we did some digging and searching, and we found a veterinarian here in our area that sees ducks and chickens. And so that is where we go if we ever have a problem. We did have one duck who developed kind of like a cyst on the side of her face. It was very soft and there was nothing lodged in it. So we found this vet. We were able to take her in, and she prescribed antibiotics for her, which we began giving.
When we noticed that a cyst growing, we were just getting a little worried because the wheezing sound was coming in. So we said, hey, we need to check someone locally or someone that really pay attention to ducks. And that's one thing you guys gotta check. Around your farmers or people that are around your area, look for veterinary that's closer to you that really pay attention to the animals that you have.
And then our third preventative to go along with this first aid kit is going to be providing a clean area for your animals. We do things kind of a bit different. We have our ducks completely free range 100% of the time. They are never put up at night or confined to a certain area. They have about 5 acres and a pond that they get to roam and be down at every single day, all day long. And I really feel like that's what's helped them not get sick, is that vast majority of area that they have to roam and the constant access to water to keep themselves clean. And so we are hoping as we grow our homestead and we bring chickens in that we can free range them and put them up in a house and keep things as clean as possible to help prevent any of the illnesses that can happen.
Let them develop their instinct as well, because at the end of the day, you know, anybody will try to eat them. And what they've learned with the first stash of ducks that we had is that they went in the middle of the pond, and they taught the other generation, the new one that came in, hey, let's go into the middle, let's get all together. So that's one thing that you gotta just test it out. At the end of the day, like I said, we're newbies, we're trying.
Yes,
so
we're strong believers in kind of doing things all natural with your animals.
Yes.
And so with giving them the access to have free range, we also have begun to look into the type of plants to plant around them that they have access to, that they could eat themselves to help heal whatever is going on inside of them. And so that's another good thing too, is that these animals were here doing this long before humans stepped in and tried to, what is that word? Colonize them. It's not colonize them. Domesticate them. And so they've been doing this. They know what they're doing. If we just allow them and give them the tools necessary, they'll take care of themselves and they'll be healthy.
But if you guys are not ready, just stay tuned, check us out, like and subscribe. We're gonna be doing a lot of these things that you're gonna be like, wow, they actually mentioned it in the last video. So please don't hesitate. Come on.
If there's any must-haves that you think we should add to this kit, please let us know. We're open to any and all suggestions, and like and follow us and see our journey.
Macronize. What's it called?
Colonize.
Macronize. What did I get?
Domesticate.
All right.